shut that down there. Right, yeah, so...
Okay. Should we be...
To start, yeah, we'll just be ourselves, just be natural.
Yes.
Be natural. So last week, let's just recap on what we did. So what subjects, what were we looking at last week? We
were looking at we done junctions, turning left.
That's it. And what level was your people at that point? Who were you working with?
On the drive there, it was a full license holder, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did a bit of work on like doing an assessment on someone's drive, so you could identify some faults. So yeah, let's look at that bit actually. So how did you find that?
That was good. It was good. It was quite easy to spot the mistakes that were happening, and obviously just trying to rectify them, finding the remedy for the actual pupil, finding the best way to get them to actually check their mirrors, really.
So I weren't checking my mirrors properly.
No.
So as you identified the fault?
Yeah.
So what are the 3 steps? Once you've got a fault, what's the process to sort of fix faults? What are we kind of trying to use as a little system to help you so you don't miss bits out? What do you how are you thinking of that fault and dealing with it?
Okay, so we identify it.
That's it. Yeah, good.
We assess it, and then we remedy it.
That's it. Okay. Or analyze it. Assess, analyze. Is good. So yeah, so with the analysis part, what are we kind of looking at? What's the objective really when we analyze a fault with a pupil? What we try to do?
We're trying to find out what is the fault by analysing it.
Well, we've identified it. So
okay. All right. So when we analyse it, we want to try and find out why it's happening.
Yeah, that's it. What's in the pupil's head? Why they're doing it? They might think that's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, cut a corner. My dad does it. Camera. That's the dash cam.
Yeah.
And so if we sort of try and find out what's in their head, why they're doing it, and what else could you cover in the analysis of that fault? What other sort of aspects?
Would you be telling them, find out what could happen if they didn't?
That's it. Yeah, like the risk.
Yeah.
So in the marking sheet of the new part 3, the risk management. That's kind of so the people understands what consequences are of doing it. It could be illegal, it could be dangerous. Yeah. So that's the analysis is the main bit, because that's where learning's taking place, because they'll be like, oh right, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. So once they understand it fully, then that's good. And then of course the remedy.
Yeah.
And then you could either, we looked at different methods of how you can remedy that. You could do it, through full instruction, through prompting. With the analysis we talked about, do you pull them up, have a chat about it?
Yeah, or do you do it on the road?
Do you do it on the move?
Yeah.
So what would be how would you assess whether you would pull them up or do it on the move?
Well, if we'd gone over 2 roundabouts and they've done it twice, I think you need to pull them up and you need to tell them before they possibly get to the next one, because obviously that is something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah. Well, you could ask, let's say a straight line to roundabout. Did I do that last week? Is that what I did?
Was
that one of my faults?
No, you actually kept to your line. You've done well with that.
Well, let's take that example. Let's say there's a 2-lane roundabout and I just straight line it. Ooh, there's a fault. You've identified it.
Yeah.
Then you think, well, do I need to pull him up to analyse it, or can we keep the car moving to do it? So you could just ask, couldn't you? Just sort of say, what lane should you have been in there?
Yeah.
What are the risks? I'll be like, I should should have stayed in my lane. Yeah, I could have affected another car, couldn't I?
Yeah.
So now I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
So do we need to pull him up?
No.
If I get it.
No, that's right. He's understood.
And if you've got another roundabout coming up and you can use the same example,
yeah,
i.e. we're going to go ahead and there's 2 lanes, then that would be the perfect opportunity to sort of say, right, okay,
yeah,
remedy, what are you going to do here? I want you to stay in the left-hand lane.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, yeah, good. And do you understand why? Yeah, you know, I understand that. And so potentially we could do that on the move. But if I just went, what do you mean, straight line? What's that?
Yeah,
what's straight line and roundabout? I don't understand. No, you don't want to be explaining that to me as we drive towards the next roundabout.
No.
You would just take control.
Yes.
And say, right, what I want you to do here is this.
Yeah, I'd like you to.
Analysis can come, picking the bones out of it.
Yeah.
Understanding it. It may be new information coming on that could be done later.
Okay.
Just like get that in.
Yeah.
When it's safe, when you might need to have the car stop to do that. Have a little chat and go back.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Cool. So there we go. So we were looking at faults last week, and then we got to our location where we did the junction.
Yeah.
Where you were teaching me a system of car control to deal with junctions, and you remember what that was?
Yeah, it was MSPSL.
Very good. Yeah. And how did you find? Because it was a new subject, wasn't it? So I hadn't done it. And how did you find that teaching me?
You need to give correct information, good information, and in time as well. I found sitting there and looking at the junction helped.
It was kind of become you had a visual aid, and
that's right. We used the visual aid,
and you actually had your junction in view, even though it's quite a long way away, wasn't it?
Yep.
And why did we want it quite a long way away? Why weren't we sitting right near it?
To give us time as well to, prepare for that junction. If we were too close, then it would have been too much information to get into a short space.
Yeah, you'd have to talk really quick.
Yes. Yeah.
10 minutes. Oh Christ! Right. Oh my God.
Like
we're around the corner.
Yeah.
So and then you were doing it. So how did you find delivering the full instruction to your learner who hadn't done this before? How did you feel that went?
At first, I would have said that I didn't have control, but when we done it again, I slowed the process right down, which gave you time. And one of the things that I learned was you need to be in control. If you think you're not in control, you need to slow things down at your pace, not the learner's pace.
Yes. And what was one of the things you did to keep control? Because I can remember.
Yeah, I said to you, bring on the brakes and then change gear. And you change the gear to the appropriate gear, which actually kind of slowed us down as well, with a bit of engine braking, and we were able to go around that corner, and we didn't cross over the white line, which was,
And can you remember when we did it? I went up as we drove off, quite near to the junction. I went up to 3rd gear.
Yes. Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. So
then you had to talk me down.
That's right.
What could you have done
to begin
differently to have more control on the first one?
Just to stay in 1st gear.
Yeah, and how would you get me to do that?
I would just say to you, Howard, we're not going to be going into 2nd gear. I just want you to keep into 3rd gear. We're just going to keep into 1st gear. We're going to try it and see how it goes. And then we'll build up to the 2nd gear and then possibly 3rd gear.
Because I was off when I wasn't going fast, but just as right where you didn't want me up into 3rd gear, because it wasn't clear, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. And then that sort of left you more to do in quite a short amount of time. And that was just one example. We're talking about how you can get control, saying, right, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, and I found out is that when you're not in control is because your stress levels as the teacher goes up.
Yeah. And what about picking up a car behind us? First ever junction, going to turn left, get moving off. We've got a car behind us. Yeah. Can you control that situation?
You can possibly acknowledge them, give them an acknowledgement.
As an instructor, with a pupil that's not done it,
what you could do is you could get them to pull over to one side and let them go ahead, and then so it doesn't stress out the pupil as well.
That's it. Control it.
Control.
You don't need a someone driving up close behind.
Yeah, you never know if they're in a hurry to go somewhere.
Actual example, helping someone. I saw them yesterday. They're on a pink license, and they did this lesson, junctions.
Yeah.
I think it was their second lesson, and they picked up a car behind, and the pupil. They said, right, check your mirrors, and the pupil was checking down that mirror and went, yeah. And then the instructor said, check your centre mirror, and he went, and there was like a van there. And do you know what he did? Crunched the brakes. Yeah. They all like stopped.
Yeah.
And it was like, so my advice was, well, before you do that, just before you move off, see this van behind. Let him go. Don't want him behind us before we do this junction. Yeah. And then we've controlled it.
Yeah.
And then the pupil won't be alarmed. And then give full instructions, like they say, check your centre mirror. Look, there's a van behind. Don't panic. But you don't want the van behind you. No. If you can get rid of that, you're winning.
Yeah, definitely.
So, especially for early on, because people just you don't know how they're going to react.
Exactly.
They're like unpredictable.
Yes.
They might get spooked by things and panic and. Do odd things. So good. So we've recapped on that. So today, what are we on to? What we're looking at lesson planning.
In our last lesson, at the end of last lesson, we started talking about emergency stops.
That's it. So objective today is to plan a lesson
on an emergency stop.
Yeah. And is this going to be for people that's done it before? Is it going to be a recap on an emergency stop, or are we going to start?
It's going to be a beginner who's never done,
like a new subject.
Yeah, it's new subject.
Very good. So new subject for me, and so we've got our people, which I'll role play.
Yeah,
like I'll pretend I've not done it before. Obviously. So we've got our people. We've got the topic. It's needed. They need to do it.
Yes,
this would be a good thing to do. And route. And what in terms of route? Do you need help from me with the route, or have you planned a route?
I've got a route planned, a nice quiet area. Yeah. Good. Which it would be ideal to practice the emergency stop.
Brilliant. So we've got our route.
Yeah.
So we've got all the ingredients we need. All we need now is a plan, don't we?
Yeah.
So I see because you always plan, don't you?
Yes.
You've planned your lesson.
I planned my lesson.
So if you don't deliver your plan, just talk to me about your plan.
Okay.
We're not enrolled or anything like that. Just talk to me about what's the plan.
Okay. The plan is that you've obviously come in from work, so you've got into the car. So
I work
at Macros.
I work at Macros.
Yeah, you work at Macros.
In the warehouse.
It's
freezing in there.
Yeah, it's nice and warm in here though, isn't it? So
I'm not enrolled by that.
Okay. So we just me. Okay. So we're going to have an introduction, me saying hello to you and just asking you basically how you're feeling today, and what have you had a good week so far? And what by doing that,
bit of icebreaker.
Yeah, but what I'm doing by doing that, I can find out what kind of mood you're in, as in possibly if you've had a stressful week, you might be a bit tense, or if you've had a good week, you might feel a bit more.
Yeah, calm. My boss has just had a go at me.
Yeah, or you got a pay rise.
Or my girlfriend dumped me.
Yeah, exactly. And I need to probably pick up on the body language and see how you are.
That's good. Yeah, exactly. Am I in a fit state mentally to do this?
Yeah, you might be so bored up inside, but you're okay with me. But inside, you're thinking about other things, and that could possibly cause a hazard today.
Yeah. So you're assessing your
assessing your people,
fitness to drive.
Fitness and well-being,
and that's part of the national standards.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't. I learned something new today. Learning took place.
Have you got a copy of the National Driving Standards? Or the National Standards for Driver Training?
Is that the one that you, in one of your videos that you were talking about, that you can download?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think about 80 odd pages.
I'll give you the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
It's let's not get into it because I feel on the spot. I feel I'm on a test.
yeah, don't do that.
Hang on a minute. But that is the standards, and it we're assessing one of the parts is your pupil fit
Yeah,
it's the vehicle bit. So I've put you saw me putting the L plates on.
Yes, yeah, making sure.
So where, we're making sure it's all clean. We're going to be doing emergency stops. So do I want like my shopping on the back?
Exactly.
So to get rid of my iPad.
Yes,
and put that somewhere safe.
You don't want to break that, do you?
Yeah, things like that. So which we're getting to. So good.
So we've done that, and then we're going to just have a recap. Just say, talk about the last lesson. At the last lesson, end of last lesson, we spoke about emergency stops because that's something that we need to be covering for the test, because you could be asked to do one of those in your tests. I think 1 in 3 tests are actually you're asked to do one. When I was doing my part 2, I wasn't asked to do it, but I could have done, but I knew what the procedures were to carry one out if need be. Yeah.
And is your people learning this because it's in the test, or is it something they might need
in future?
To be a safe driver?
A good driver will anticipate what could happen, but there could be that one time that you get caught out. So you need to be aware. You need to know exactly what to do, because that could be that child that runs across the road, and if we know how to carry out a proper procedure, then at the end of the day, hopefully, fingers crossed, that everyone is safe and we carry on the rest of our day, don't we? Yeah.
So good. So So let you continue with your plan.
Okay. So then, obviously, with the new client-centered learning, it's about getting an agreement, a mutual agreement. It's not all about, like the old test was,
we're doing it.
It's like turn left like that, because obviously in the old tests you were told what to do, but when you're out on that road you haven't got that instructor next to you, or that your mum or dad teaching you, and you might not understand in that time what to do. So I've realised as well that if you do if you get the paid people to understand it like a puzzle, they're going to be able to work it out. If you just give them the answers or help them too much, they're not going to realise. So basically, it's just getting an agreement, asking them. Today they might not even feel like doing an emergency stop. They might want to cover it in another lesson. They might want to go back and do something that.
If I've just hurt my back in the warehouse.
Exactly, or your neck is, you can't, you don't really want to be doing that today, do you? So it's just asking them, basically, are you happy to practice that
so
today?
again, that's like my fitness to do this, like mentally, physically. I've got a sciatic nerve trap, so I probably don't want to do this.
And ask them, and if they do agree, ask them how they feel about doing an emergency stop. Kind of like get a bit of a feeling, because they might be a bit nervous, mightn't they?
Question for you.
Okay.
Pregnant women, obviously obviously.
Yeah.
How would you deal with that?
Well, we wouldn't really want to be doing an emergency stop with those if they were learning to drive, would we?
And
because obviously the seatbelt is going to get tight, and then
would we want to practice teach this subject to a pregnant woman, heavily pregnant woman? No. What about the test though? Because this is a question that's going to come up at some point in your career as a driving instructor. So, teaching a pregnant lady, she's got a test coming up. Will she be asked to do an emergency stop?
To be honest, I would say that the examiner would assess the situation, and then if that was the case, then I don't think he would ask them to do an emergency stop.
I think he will exercise common sense, judgment, but she cannot say, I'm pregnant, I don't want to do an emergency stop. So he'll be like, well, you not want to do the test then, because that might happen. So if they're not fit to drive for that test, then it wouldn't happen.
No.
So they can't ask. But I think any human examiner, would think, I'll exercise judgment here and not request it. But they can't. They can't go in there saying I don't want to do it.
No.
So they've got to be prepared to do it. or just postpone the test till later.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So we've got an agreement.
Yeah. So we asked them how they're feeling about doing an emergency stop, and then if they say that they're fine about doing it, and let's do that today, and they agree that, and then we start going on to the Q&A, asking them a little bit, and I've got a few questions here that what I would possibly ask. I'd say like, have you been practicing your hazard perception ready for your test?
Good, yeah, because that would be...
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're going to ask me some questions. We'll save that for when you do that.
Yeah.
That's spoiled the fun of I know what's coming.
Yeah, stop looking at my face.
All right, so you'll ask me some questions.
Yeah.
Okay, and what else is in your plan?
And then I'd probably, if you were a bit unsure, I'd probably ask if you wanted a demonstration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at the end we could obviously talk about obviously when we get back to the test centre, or to Macros, we could talk about how it went.
Okay.
Yeah. What went well in that?
So you got Q&A. I see you got to Q&A. Is there any? Yeah. So what else is coming up in that plan?
So yes, Q&A, and then obviously the demonstration. But there's quite a few to cover in the Q&A.
Okay. So is that Q&A forming like a briefing?
Yes.
Are you going to be giving me?
Yeah, that will be the briefing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my visual aid here as well. So
I'm going to get a briefing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about structure of the lesson. So we've talked about phasing your lesson, putting it in like chapters, distinct phases.
Mm-hmm.
So give me an overview. What are the phases? What are we going to be? How are we going to structure this lesson?
As in?
Well, are we going to be doing the emergency stop here in this car park?
No, we're going to go to a quiet area.
So is that a phase? Is that part of the lesson to drive to that location?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna drive from here to the location.
Okay. So treat that like a little mini lesson, because with that you'll have to agree.
Yeah. Okay.
How we're doing that, how risk is going to be shared, who's doing directions, how we're getting there, all that kind of stuff. So that's that is like a little lesson on its own, and with that you'll want some kind of objective with it.
Okay.
So what would be the objective on this drive? Is it just let's just have a drive to see what happens, or is there going to be a purpose to this drive?
Well, I could assess your driving to see, because you've covered most things in the drive. You've done about, say, you're beginner, but you've done about 20 hours so far, but you haven't covered emergency stops.
Okay.
So you know how to do junctions, you know how to do roundabouts. So I'm just going to assess you.
Good. So everything on because you've got the idea, you know where you're going to take me.
Yeah.
So have I got the skills to get there?
You have, yeah.
Because that's quite important.
Yes.
So good. Okay.
If you weren't able to do roundabouts, I would obviously drive us to the location, because from here you'd have to tackle roundabouts.
Is there any apart from assessing my drive? Is there anything on that drive to the location that you could cover in relation to the subject we're doing today?
Now,
help. He said help.
Do you fill the gaps in?
No, I know. I know. Yeah.
Fill the gaps in, please.
So, because you talked about, one of your questions would be about, have I done my theory, has perception?
Yeah.
So with emergency stop, is that a normally part of our normal driving plan? So if it all goes wrong, well, we just slam on the brakes. Is that what we plan to do?
No.
No, we'd want to avoid that.
We want to avoid that. Yeah.
We want to avoid that. And in the theory test, what's the theory test split into? What two parts are in the theory test?
It's the hazard perception and the questions.
So multiple choice questions and hazard perception.
Yeah.
And should we say that your pupil hasn't done that yet?
Yes.
Yeah. So I haven't passed that yet. So so this could be quite a good objective, isn't it?
Okay.
We're driving to do an emergency stop.
Yeah.
On the way, hazard perception, prevention.
Yeah.
Because if I'm aware of hazards, as they're developing,
you may reduce.
then we shouldn't need to bring in an emergency stop ever. So, like, you know, you don't know what's going to happen on the drive, but examples might be, I don't know, someone's reversing at their driveway.
Yeah. So
what would be the plan?
So what we could,
so
what we could do
to
is
warn them of our presence.
You know, we could go along and I could ask you, can you see anything potentially hazardous happening?
Yeah. So I would use that drive to location to give that kind of a theme. Say, well, on the way, we're going to talk about how to prevent emergency stops.
Okay.
We could use OAP as a strategy to deal with that. When I say OAP, are you happy
Observation, anticipation, and...
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what's
and progression? Plan.
And the plan might be, well, MSPSL.
Yeah.
The plan might be to slow down, change position, signal.
Yes.
Horn.
Yeah.
Couldn't it? Could be to warn someone of my presence.
Yeah.
So so when we arrive, we want to arrive with a plan, don't we? So that could be a good little strategy to bring in. So the objective on the route will be to do prevention. Then when we get to location, then the lesson's going to change, and a new chapter is born. So that would be like the second chapter.
Okay.
On the actual emergency service itself, how to do it. And we can talk about what can go into that section. And then what will happen once we've done it. So let's say I've had a few goes. I've done the emergency stop. Now what?
We can.
What's the next phase?
What we can do is we can talk about it, how it went, get some feedback.
Yeah. So let's say we've done the emergency stop.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've talked about it. And we're happy.
Yeah.
Are we going to move into a new phase of the lesson? What's going to happen there? What will happen next?
We can, depending obviously what time.
Yeah, I've got to go back to work.
We need to obviously do the drive back.
Yeah. So there'll be the drive back to location.
So we can.
So in this lesson, in terms of like structuring it,
yeah,
into like phases, you've got the drive there, have an objective for that. Yeah. You get to location, emergency stop time, talk all about that, do the briefing, do what you're going to do that, discuss it, make sure it's good, and then it's all time, got to get back.
Yeah. So
that could be a very simple lesson. If we had an hour,
that
would be achievable. In your test, you'll just have an hour.
Yeah.
If you're delivering 2 hours lessons as a driving instructor, then you probably go on and
do something else.
Yeah, you go and work on whatever, a maneuver or something. So that would be so we've got a distinct sort of structure.
Yeah.
Going
split
through.
It down to 3.
And you can assess risk in each bit.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like 3 little lessons.
Yeah.
Because quite often the mistake that PDIs make on their tests will think, well, I'm so thinking about the emergency stop, that's the main event.
Yeah.
But what about the drive there? And I don't think it's really done. There's no objective.
No.
Things are missed. There's no risk management on it. And it's kind of
like... It could be a bit of a quiet old drive there, couldn't it? So there's no talking.
Yeah. So
really and truthfully, it'd be good to get the pupil thinking.
So that's it. So good. We've got a structure. So should we deliver? Let's break our lesson down into those steps. Okay. So let's do the drive to the location.
Yeah.
You deliver it. We get there. Then we can come out of roll, have a chat, see how that went.
Yeah.
Move on to the next step.
Yeah.
Do all that and so on and so forth. So now we can sort of operate in that structure.
Yeah. Good.
Happy with that?
Yeah. Very. You?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Good.
So drive to location.
Yes.
How do you want to play that? Do you feel that I've thought about that, or do you want some help from me on how to do that?
I'd like to give it a go. As in, like, we talk about obviously the risk, sharing the risk, the safety of the drive there, and then obviously when we get there, we'll then talk about the risk again, and then we'll do that again on the way back. Yeah.
So just drive to location. So you're going to talk about risk, how we're doing that.
Yeah. What responsibility?
About directions. Talk about that.
Yeah.
can ask questions.
You can ask questions.
So cover that.
Cover that. Yeah.
Can you ask me questions?
Yeah.
So cover this. So all the ground rules. So like when, I don't know, if you at work. I used to work in an office like where they have meetings. They'd have an agenda. They'd tell you that, you know, that there's no fire alarms planned for today. If you've got questions, ask or leave them to the end. It would all be set. If your mobile phones, turn them. There would always be like the ground rules would be set out. And just like that, this little phase, we just need to establish, well, who's doing what? Who, you know, am I in charge of the roundabouts? You know, can I do them? And what's the objective? What's the point of this little drive that has perception? And, you know, all that kind of stuff. So we'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Should we do it?
Let's do it.
And then when we get there, we can think, right, that's that little chat done. We'll review it.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we'll move on to the next stuff. Then we can cover what happens next.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, good.
So, so do you want me to go into roll then?
Yeah, go into roll.
So, I'm just going to sort all this out because I don't want things going forwards. So, I want to cut this bit out because I wouldn't put an iPad under my seat for emergency stop.
No.
Bad idea.
Yeah, good slide right.
Bad idea. Cut out. Just stick them over there so we can hit you.
Right. Okay. Now, we're out of roll a little bit now. So what I'm talking about now is that now I've watched your video on how to give a talk about a full license holder, as in like as a full license holder, I'm going to give you the responsibility of the drive to the location. Your responsibility will be obeying by the speed limits, driving to the best of your ability, and following the rules of the road. Okay. Now, if I need to, I may have to intervene. But I will say that I will do that verbally first. Say that I feel that you're maybe driving a bit too close to the vehicle in front, then I would obviously tell you, you know, if there's any questions that you need to ask me on the way, then please do so. I will give you directions to the location in good time. But if I feel like if there's a situation where I feel that I need to do more than verbally, okay, I will grab the steering wheel, okay, but I'll only do that if safety allows me to do that, okay. And the only way that I could physically stop this car is the handbrake, as I oh, okay. No, but as soon as we're doing their car.
Yeah, but okay.
Or I
but
do have
okay,
But I do have dual controls, so I will have to use them. And if I do, then we will pull over and we'll have a chat and discuss the reason why I've had to intervene. Okay, roll. Now, was that okay for a full license holder?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't really seen because when you've done it on the video, you haven't done it with like a learner. Okay. So how would I do that differently with a learner? Because obviously it's a bit more taking responsibility on our side, isn't it?
Well, so we need to set the scene for this learner. Yeah. This is your learner.
Yeah.
I'm stepping in role play. So that's role plays, we have to sort of think, well, what do I know?
Yeah.
Because we're making it up.
Yeah.
So I know where you're taking me. You're going to take me to Pound Lane.
Yeah.
So if we were going to do a lesson that takes me through a load of roundabouts, I can do roundabouts. Yeah, you've done that with me.
Yeah,
I can do it. It don't mean I'm not going to make mistakes.
No,
because I'm allowed to make. I'm a learner.
Yeah, of course.
So I can make mistakes, but you've got me to a point where you don't need to give me a lesson on roundabouts.
No,
I've done them.
Yeah,
I've done them round here. I have my lessons from here every day.
Yeah,
every week.
Yeah,
and I kind of have done this before, and you know where I am. Now, of course, you would know your pupil and know what their little traits are. So let's make one up. Let's say, right, this pupil, you've got some known faults. So you've got some things you can just prevent.
Yeah.
Because if you know they're coming, you can prevent them, can't you?
Yes.
And you would know your pupil.
Yeah.
So having good knowledge of your pupil is really going to help you be proactive going into this drive.
Yeah.
So would you like to pick some things that I do wrong?
That you put
That
one
you know,
hand hand on the steering wheel while you're driving.
Like that. Oh, where's the other hand?
On your
On your knee.
Yeah. So when you're driving, you obviously roundabouts you don't, but normal driving position you'll have it.
All right. Yeah,
like
I do that.
Yeah.
So I remember to do that. Okay.
And again, that you don't check this mirror. Left mirror.
I don't check that mirror.
That's it.
Okay.
They're the only two faults. We're off camera.
No, no, we're on camera.
Okay.
Everything's good because this is real. This is so. I'm going to set my mirror off.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm in roll, because you know this, you're going to ask me about is my mirror stuff because you know I don't use it, and you could bring that in. You have to chat about it, can you?
Okay.
So that's going to that's clearly not right, is it? That mirror.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, I'm going to have to adjust it.
Yeah.
So when I come to adjust it in roll, you can be like,
okay.
Oh, how that's interesting. Why are you even bothering to adjust that mirror? What do you mean? Well, you never use it. Don't do sarcasm.
No, that won't.
I'll be like, right, okay, don't worry. So there's going to be something in. So we know that. Okay. So I drive one-handed. I don't tend to use that mirror at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So now you've got something you know about me.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the main thing
enough,
of this drive to location is
yeah.
going to be prevention of emergency stops and having to prevent them.
Yeah.
I haven't done the theory test yet.
No.
So that's I need to sort of brush up on that because I keep getting asked me in roll.
Yeah.
Because I don't do too well. I get 0 sometimes on them clips.
Okay.
Don't know why. Just try and find out.
Yeah.
And so so that's we're agreed that that's your pupil.
Yeah.
That's what their little traits are, and you know your pupil.
Yeah.
And just to make it a bit more real, I'm gonna get out and get back in, and as if I'm just and then you go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Until we get to location,
Yeah.
you can come out of roll at any point if you've got a question.
Yeah.
I'm much stuck. Help me, Howard. Just come out of roll.
Okay. Should I say out of roll?
Yeah, just say come out of roll.
Come out of roll. Yeah.
If I need to come out of roll, I'll tell you. So if I spot
something that I haven't covered.
A mistake, from you, you missed something, or you've told me something incorrect or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I just come out of roll.
Yeah.
Just explain that. Get you to redo it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay.
I'm going out. Getting back in.
Yeah.
See you later.
See ya.
All right.
Oh, hi, Howard. How are you today? All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Had a good day at work.
Good is a bit of a strong word.
Okay.
So, it was all right.
Yeah. And how's your week been?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
It's all right, yeah.
Okay. You looking forward to today's lesson?
Yeah, no, I do. I like my lessons.
Good.
I can't wait till I can, finally pass my test and that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So, do you remember what we spoke about in the last lesson?
Yeah. We were looking at some roundabouts around here, weren't we?
Roundabouts, yeah. And what else was we speaking about? Remember we were talking about emergency stops?
Oh, yeah. So we're doing that today, aren't we?
Yeah. Are you happy to do that today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah. And how do you feel about doing emergency stops?
How I feel about them?
Yeah. Do you feel a bit nervous about doing them, or are you quite confident in doing them? Give me a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being nervous and 10 being...
Well, I've not done it before. I can't imagine it's that hard.
Okay.
I don't know, unless there's something, I don't know. I'd say I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
Out of 10, don't want to be big-headed. I'd say an 8.
An 8, okay.
I feel, I don't know. I've not done it, but I don't know.
So by the end of this lesson, if we can try and get you to a 10, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if I could do it, like whatever he's got to do. Yeah, supposed to do. I'll be a chef for that.
Yeah. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a place which is nice and quiet where we can go and practice.
All right.
Pound Lane. Do you know?
Oh, I used to go to school on that one.
Yeah, there's a school there. So I know. Yeah. So if I ask you to, you happy to drive to the location? You've done roundabouts.
Yeah. Well, I could go a couple of ways.
Yeah.
I could go. Don't know what way would you want me to go.
We can go
that way up the country road, round the bendy bits.
Yeah. Would you like to try that?
Or I could go round.
Or would you want to practice a couple of roundabouts on the way?
I'll practice roundabouts.
Okay then. So if I direct you to the location, you happy with that?
Yeah, no, because I do get a bit muddled up on.
Okay.
Well, because it's all new round here, and yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, no, you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't direct me. Yeah, get lost otherwise and end up in Yarmouth.
Okay.
So
do you want to set the car up, Howard?
Oh yeah.
Remember what we?
You've got to do my seat. Oh, doors as well.
Yeah.
Doors are shut.
Yeah. Good.
Bend them a knee.
Yeah.
That's all right actually. It's just that. Seat out.
Yeah, correct. Well done so far.
Good. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of my sun visor. I need that. And mirrors. Do that map. And I need to do my door mirror.
Okay.
So
what
bit
you
of car?
Yeah, bit of car.
Half road, half sky.
Brilliant,
That's what you sold me, and when I got to do it.
That's good.
All that one's off.
And this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So you're happy with them mirrors, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So, just to recap on mirrors, you've been struggling a little bit on checking this left mirror when we're turning left.
Sorry, I've just thought of something. Is my cop Richard all right? Have I done everything?
So you've done the doors, you've done the seat. Have you checked the headrest?
No.
Okay, do you want to check the headrest?
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Okay. You think you've covered everything now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so mirrors is okay.
Identify.
Okay. So yeah. So what's the reason why we need to have the correct headrest position?
Oh, it's to stop neck injuries.
Okay.
Like whiplash.
And spinal injuries, yeah?
Yeah, because it gets your head, doesn't it? If you're in an accident.
Yeah. So that's something you've got to remember when obviously you're getting in the car, when you're doing the seat, that you check to make sure that, because someone else might have come into your car, you might have been borrowing mum or dad's car, and they might be a little bit taller or shorter than you, and they've adjusted that. And if you got into the car,
I have to remember that.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Just got to remember that. Yeah.
Mirrors. Okay. So when it's safe to do so, if you want to,
I think you were talking to me about my mirrors.
Yeah, the mirrors.
Because I interrupted you, didn't I? So yeah, you were talking about my mirrors.
Yeah, we're talking about the mirrors. And with the mirrors, when we're turning left or exiting a roundabout, you tend to forget about looking at this mirror.
No, you said that last week. Yeah.
Can you tell me why it's important that we check them mirrors?
Because, there could be someone like a bike coming up the left side.
Okay. Now, do you need me to prompt you with the first few roundabouts, or do you feel happy to be checking those mirrors out?
No, help me, because you told me quite a lot last week.
Okay.
So I'm trying. I do try. I'm trying my best, but I just forget.
So when we do check their mirrors, what mirror do we check first, and what two mirrors do we check?
The middle one.
Middle one, yes, and then the
left one.
Left one. That's correct. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the reason why we check the mirrors? That one first. What is that? What kind of glass is that?
Oh, flat.
Flat. And what does that give you?
True True image, true distance.
Yeah, and do you remember what we call this one?
It's convex.
Convex. And how does that work?
Makes things look further
away
than they actually are.
And it's because they're built because they're slightly wider because they're trying to capture your blind spot. Yeah.
Oh yes. So so you've got convex mirrors. You don't need to worry about the blind spots.
Well, you need to worry about your blind spot, but it tries to. But there's obviously a certain amount it can't.
Oh, okay, all right. So that
when we set off from here, we do the POM routine.
Yeah.
Which can you remind me what that is?
Prepare, observe, move.
Okay, right. And do you remember how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you ready? If you'd like to head towards the exit.
Okay.
When you're ready.
So how we, in terms of risk, what are we doing with that today? Because normally you talk to me about how you
sorry. So we need to establish our responsibilities on that way to the drive. Okay.
Yeah. Because you said you were going to direct me. That was good.
So I'm going to give you directions. You're pretty good at your observations with these two mirrors, but I'm going to help you. I'm going to prompt you with that one. Okay. And then that'll roll.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
That'll roll.
Yeah.
That'll roll.
Right. So let me just practice first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're pretty good checking the two mirrors here, but I'm going to help you with that one. So we've established that we're going to help you with that.
Yeah.
You're good at roundabouts. Okay. You're good at positioning.
Yeah.
And you understand the rules of the road.
Yeah. No, I've done these.
Okay.
Fine. It's just that mirror.
That's just that mirror. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to throw any curveballs
So I'm going to give you the responsibility of keeping to the speed limits.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If I do feel that you're driving a bit too quick, I will verbally tell you that you need to slow down.
All right. Do you want to do this in roll, or
would it be better to do it in roll? We'll go back to what we're talking about.
It just needs to be brief. Just say, how did you feel about the roundabouts on the way? Oh, yeah, pretty good. Okay, so apart from the mirror thing, can I leave you to that?
Okay, all right.
Right. Yeah, no, I'd like to practice that. Actually.
Yeah, okay.
I could go like that.
Yeah.
So if there's anything there that you're not sure of, the situation happens, ask.
Yeah.
You're not sure. Are you all right if I ask you questions?
Okay.
Like, yeah. If I'm not dealing with a situation.
Yeah.
If you feel I'm not dealing with a situation, then
you will verbally intervene.
You will, ask me a question.
Action.
What are you thinking here? Try and get inside my head. Ask me a question.
Yeah.
Like proactive Q&A. Okay. What lane are you going to use here? Or, how are you going to deal with this cyclist? Let's say there's a hazard coming up.
Yeah.
So you can be proactive and ask me if I'm all right. I don't know, we might have to overtake a bus today. Have I done that before?
Okay. Yeah.
Am I all right doing it so you could sort of say, look, Howard, are you all right with the bus? Are you all right going around this cyclist? Because we don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
So if there's a situation, you can ask.
Yeah.
And if I say, no, can you help me? Then we just want to agree.
Yeah. Okay.
What if blue lights come up behind us today? You might want to help me with it.
Yeah.
So you just want to establish some kind of ground rule as to how we're going to deal with things, because we could go into the unknown.
Yeah.
Or it could all go really well.
Yeah.
And it's just how are we going to deal with this stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
That I'm not happy with dealing with.
Okay.
And you can help me.
Okay.
So you might do that by a Q&A. You might verbally say, Howard, slow down.
Yeah.
Or physically, and then remind me that you've got dual controls, or you could go in.
Yeah.
You've got to ask permission.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be grabbing the wheel.
Yeah.
No, you've just got to ask. It's just courtesy, etiquette, safety reasons that you want to be getting this, like in your agreement.
Yeah.
So that would be good.
Okay.
And also the main event, where we want to talk about prevention of emergency stops.
Yeah.
This is the main objective of this drive.
Okay.
Is how can we prevent?
Right.
Are you all right with that, or do you want a bit of help?
Okay, right. Okay.
Do you want a bit of help?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
This thing.
Let's just go back. Okay, back into roll.
No, I don't want that on there.
Okay, back into roll. Yeah.
Right, I've got to get my head right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did we did the mirror, yeah?
Yeah, we've done the mirror. Now we're talking about the drive there. You know, we're talking about.
All right, yeah, we're gonna. Okay, I'm in roll. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just establish our responsibilities for the drive there.
All right, yeah.
Okay. Through your last lessons, I've assessed you, and you're very good at doing roundabouts. Are you happy to do them on your own today?
Yeah, no, I was pleased last week with where I got to with the roundabouts.
So obviously you've asked me to help you with the prompting of the mirror. Yeah?
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm going to try and do it, but yeah,
at
a reminder would be nice.
At any time where you might say to me, actually, we've done a couple of mirror roundabouts, and you might say to me, Abdul, I'd like to try that myself, then I will leave it over to you, okay? But if I feel that you're not dealing with the situation properly, I will ask you, you know, do you want any help? Is that okay?
Yes. Yeah, if there's if there's something I haven't not happy with, please. I'll ask for help. I will. If I see something, don't know about that, I'll ask you. Yeah, sure.
Now, if there's any situations that you're not happy with, you remember we spoke about the traffic light system. Yeah, about the. Green.
If I'm finished, stressed out. Yeah.
Okay. So today we're going to try and go into the orange. Yeah, just to push you a little bit, but if you at any time you feel a bit stressed out and we go into that red, you tell me.
Oh no, I will. Yeah, no.
And then we'll go back straight into, and then we'll go back into green. We do not want to, we want you to enjoy today's lesson.
No, I'll ask for help if I feel I can't cope with something.
That's great. So,
sure.
We might end up going meeting a bus that we got to go around. Yeah, if you feel at that time you're not sure of the situation, ask me to help you. Yeah.
I will. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, good. And we could do a little bit of Q&A on the way, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Right. So, if you'd like to drive out of the car park.
All right. Yeah.
But before you start, I'd like to do the POM routine.
I think you were going to talk to me about prevention of emergency stops. You mentioned.
Yeah. So yeah.
Weren't we going to look at that on the way?
So on the way, we're going. When you've been doing you've done a little bit of hazard perception.
Yeah. I've been practicing I got my test booked in 3 weeks, and I've been doing the hazard perception clips.
Yeah.
And I struggle. Sometimes I get 0.
So if we see any hazards that are occurring, then are you happy for me to point them out to you and just say to you that this is a possible?
Do I
Or you could tell me
when should I notice them?
When you I might prompt you and say, can you see a hazard, Howard, occurring here? Or maybe you could tell me yes or no, and then I could help you to fill in the gaps. You happy with that?
Yeah. I'd like to be able to. I just want to know, because you spoke on the video clips.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
I've done well, actually. Anyway. Right, okay. So we've established that we're going to have a little look to see if we can see any potential hazards happening. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So when you're ready, if you'd like to move off, you're using the POM routine, Howard, please.
Yeah. Should I go that way?
You can go left, or there's nothing around, so you could go straight ahead. That's absolutely fine.
I'll go that way.
Okay, you go that way. Okay, stop now. Okay. When we're moving, make the car safe. When you've done your checks, before you start moving, you need to be looking forward. Okay? Right. So, should we do that again?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the POM routine again. Start again.
Can I just come out of roll just for a second? Okay. It's good. You've intervened.
Yeah.
You've seen something. It's good. Yeah?
Should I have talked about the consequences? I'm not doing that. Or was it too soon to talk about that?
never too soon. It's a good opportunity here to do it in the car park. Like, why the analysis? Why would you do that?
So,
and think remedy.
Yeah.
Think remedy. Now, I'm going to put myself back in the spot, just because it'll make more sense.
Yeah.
Let me just reverse back in. So, going left.
Yeah.
Now, just look at my observation in isolation. I'm going left, and this is what I.
So you've done the wrong way. Yeah.
What way should I be doing?
You should be doing it the other way round, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
I missed that.
So why am I doing it that way?
It's because you're because you're used to doing it that way.
Yeah, it's habit.
Yeah.
Normally we're at the side of the road.
Yeah.
And you told me on lesson 1.
Yeah.
Do 6-point check.
Yeah.
Check from left to right.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
But now we need to.
So when I did actually stop you, I actually missed that. But if I would have stopped you and said, Howard, 2 things there. One, when you've done your 6-point check, when you're turning left, you need to do it the other way around. Yeah. So start from that way and go round. But also another thing is that before you move, you need to be looking forward.
Yeah. Identified.
Yeah. So how do you think?
And now, how do we analyse it?
So, what do you think could happen if you didn't? When you moved off and you didn't check that front view, what do you think might have happened? What could have?
Well, I could have driven into something.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something we don't want to do. But if you would have checked that before, you'd have seen that coming, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So to prevent anything happening like that, we need to make sure that before we set off, we're actually looking through that front mirror, don't we?
Yeah.
Front window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll.
And the other one? Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And the other one is that, when you were doing, you're right to do that when we're moving off from the left. That's a really good observation. But when we're in a car park or we're on the other side of the road, we need to be checking from this way. Yeah. And why do you think we're checking the opposite way? Which way are we going to be moving off? Where are we moving off to? Okay. So if we do the other way, like you did, what's the time span where something could be coming? In this from this way.
I don't know.
You could end up, before you've looked round, you've looked back, and you pulled out. There could be a car coming, couldn't there?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we, from this situation, if we do it again, if you start your observations from the right, and then work your way around.
Okay.
And then when it's safe to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Do so.
So out roll.
Yeah.
So.
Was I pissing about too much there?
Okay. Well, that's you could do. It could be done
quicker,
sooner.
Yeah.
Efficiently.
Yeah.
What's the word? More succinctly.
Okay.
Or prevented. So rewind. Imagine, right?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So how gonna head towards the exit? Yeah. How you gonna do that? Give me responsibility.
Okay. Yeah. Ask him how you're gonna do it. Yeah. Instead of me telling you, ask him.
I'd have a lesson here every day.
Yeah,
so what's the plan? How are you gonna get to exit? What? There's 2 exits. Which one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go for that one today. Okay. What's the plan? Well, I'm gonna go down arrows. Okay. Good. Yeah. Rather than give me some responsibility.
Yeah.
And okay, so before you move off, where are you gonna look? Oh, I'm gonna look around. All right. Okay. So because we're going that way, where's the risk going to come? Well, you're going that way, so what's the potential risk of which you move off that way? I suppose someone could come through here, the left side. So so that's the high risk, isn't it? So where are you going to look last before you go? Oh, yeah, over over the shoulder. Yeah. So how you start your routine? Because what you just did, you start from left to right. So are you gonna need to do that differently? Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I need to go.
Yeah, but
that way round.
Just saying that, the arrows are pointing that way, so wouldn't it be better to do it that way? Because the vehicles.
No, because I'm moving. If I was parked on the right hand side of the road, and I'm moving off, would I want to be looking on the footpath?
No.
And then drive out across the road?
No.
Because I'm going that way, aren't I?
All right.
So I look
in the direction you're going.
In the direction I'm going.
Okay.
And that blind spot is the last blind spot to check. This one's.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of. I do want to check there, but it's the least risk, isn't it? That's the most risk, least risk check, and that's just what I need to understand. Hence the analysis. So,
okay.
All right. So it can be prevented, and this is where knowing your pupil helps you get a step ahead of them, because you think, oh, what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Saw him do it last week.
Yeah.
You were in there.
Yeah.
So I think I'm doing it all right.
Yeah.
I'm really trying my best to do it all right. It's not quite right, is it? So let's just do that bit again.
Okay.
So you can prevent, now you know the pupil.
Yeah. Right.
Let's say I did it last week.
Okay,
and you can think, right, let's prevent that one.
All right, Howard. There's 2 exits. What's the plan? Which way do you want to go? Which way?
I'll probably go over to the exit over that side.
And how are you going to get to the exit?
Well, I'm going to go down, follow the arrows and round.
Okay, great. And before we move off, what mirrors are you going to check?
All of them.
Yeah. Okay. And blind spots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which way are you going to do that?
Well, I normally do it like you go from left. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 points.
Right. And so, what would you think the potential hazard would be if you've done it that way?
Well,
where's the highest? What's the highest risk? Could there be something coming from?
Ask me what direction I'm going.
Yeah, what direction are you going? This way. Okay, so where's the high risk?
Well, that side.
Exactly. So, do you think it'd be a good idea to do it in the opposite direction?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, because someone might come through that side bit.
Perfect. Okay. So,
no. I think I think that's habit, and I just do it always.
Yeah.
From left to right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I do it the other way round.
Yeah. If you want to do it,
Yeah. Happy to try it. Yeah. Happy to do that. Yeah. And there's no one. Well, actually, there was someone there. Yeah, I just saw him. Okay. Cool.
Perfect. Well done.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. When we come out of the car park, Howard, we're going to be turning right.
Okay.
Can you tell? That's good.
So, do you say wrong?
No, they're fine. I'm just going to ask you.
Let's go fast. It's all clear.
Well done. At the roundabout, we're going to turn right.
Okay.
Well done, that's good. Good anticipation there. Well done.
Yeah, not too bad, was it?
That's very good.
Right there. Lovely.
Okay, Howard, did you check the left mirror when you...
Oh,
yeah.
No, I
Okay, what's the importance of checking that left mirror?
That keeps someone coming up the side.
Okay.
Yeah. I get that, don't I? Keep my windows.
Okay. Next roundabout, I'd like you to go straight ahead.
Okay.
So, well done, Howard. So in this, going to check this mirror, Howard. That's it. Well done,
Right,
mate. And next roundabout, I'd like you to turn right, please, Howard. That's cancel signal. That's good. Just remember to check the centre and the left mirror when we're exiting the roundabout. Okay, Howard?
Yeah.
So just tell me again, what mirror is you going to be checking when we exit?
Centre left.
Well done. Great. That's good. Well done. Good observations. Next roundabout, we're going to go straight ahead. Well done, Hal. That's very good. Next roundabout, we're going to go straight ahead. Just make sure you keep to the speed limit.
It's 40 down.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, well done. Sometimes when we're going downhill, we can actually pick up speed and not realise. So, you're happy to check this mirror yourself, Howard?
Not now, not. I will. Yeah.
Well done, that's good. You check that mirror as well. Brilliant.
Still 40, isn't it?
Still 40 until you hit the
Oh, yeah.
speed limit. Well done. So you're reducing the speed down to 30.
Yeah.
Good, well done. Okay, the mini roundabout, I'll make you turn right, Howard.
Right.
Yeah, please. Okay, when we exit the roundabout, we don't need to indicate off. Okay, we're going to go straight ahead, Howard. Can you tell me which lane you're going to choose?
Left one.
Okay, that's great. Can you know, we just went past that car. Could you see it was out slightly on the road?
Yeah.
On the road. Can you see that in your mirrors? Do you think that could probably cause a hazard?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I think they've stalled.
They're going to have a race.
Yeah, that's it. Well done, Howard. You keep well away from them. Let them go off. Okay. So once we get past this light, we're going to be turning left, Howard. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to prepare yourself ready to go? That's good. Well done. Okay, check them mirrors. That's good. Well done. Brilliant. Okay, you're going to be merging in now. So what mirror are you going to be checking? That's correct.
That one.
Well done. Yes.
That one. That one. Both of them.
Well done.
And that one I don't.
Okay. As I said, we're going to turn left here, Howard. Check that mirror. Okay. Well done. You see that this could be a potential hazard, Howard?
Yeah.
The car parked there.
Oh, is that a
You're
hazard?
about to go round it, you see.
Oh, right.
There could be a vehicle coming
How's it a
towards
hazard?
us. Because if there's a vehicle coming towards us, we might end up having to stop. Okay.
So on the video, should I click if I see parked cars? Is that what I do?
No, you don't. You don't do
Okay. Alright.
that. But it's good to be aware of that. So, if you'd like to pull up on the left in a safe and convenient place.
All right.
Okay, how do you think that's suitable?
Yeah.
How far do you think you're away from that junction?
Probably not 10 metres.
No. Should we go past this junction and just park 10 metres on the other side of that junction? Or would you like to go a little bit further?
We'll just move up a little bit.
Okay, just make sure you check them mirrors here. Okay.
Way.
That should be alright. Right. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, if you want to make car safe.
Okay.
Good. Right. We're in the location now.
Alright.
So we're going to be practicing.
Oh, yes, well, I went to school along there.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to be practicing your emergency stop. Should we have a little brief about it? Should I get my visual aid out? Show you?
Yeah, do you want to come out a roll?
Come out a roll, yeah.
So yeah, say there we are. We've done that bit. End of the chapter. We've got to the location.
Yeah.
And how did you feel?
I felt okay, actually. I felt alright. I felt your observations got better as we're going on. There's a couple of times when you may need prompting again. But
so
your drive was good drive.
What the objective of that drive was to my little fault.
Yeah.
Or one of the objectives.
Yeah.
Was to address my mirror fault.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you've sorted that?
That last turn into Pound Lane, you didn't check it, so.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I needed a prompt.
You needed
a
prompt again. So.
Yeah. Do you feel you've done a? Well, there you go. Out of 10, how do you think it is? As an instructor, sorting out your pupil.
Probably about maybe a 7.
7 good.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think they're good. I think I'd give you an 8.
Okay, an 8.
Give you an 8. So what would make it better? What would make it a 10?
Just getting them to do it themselves. A bit more, giving them more responsibility, do you think?
Okay, well, take the first roundabout.
Yeah. Did
I do it on the first one?
No, you didn't check it on the first one.
And why didn't I?
Because that was what we agreed.
Yeah, and your pupil forgot.
Yeah, you forgot, yeah.
Did the instructor forget to say?
No.
Well, you did.
Did I? Did I really?
Well, you let me do it, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I let you do it, yeah.
Well, was that deliberate? But you wanted me to do it?
Yeah,
you want me
to see if... first one I wanted you to see
you wanted me to do it wrong. What did you agree in the car park?
I'd give you a prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you forget?
I kind of like... No, I didn't forget, but like you said,
What was the plan? What did you agree with me
the
that
agreement,
you would do?
was broken by me, wasn't it?
Yeah. So if you agree it, no, admittedly, you've got to remember.
Maybe I was thinking to see if you would have done it.
Well, I don't, do I?
Yeah.
You knew that from last week.
Yeah. Okay.
So and you've had a chat to me and why and all that.
Yeah.
And we've agreed that you'd help me.
Yeah.
And so to make it even better, you could have prevented that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And said, okay, all right, Howard, going to be excellent. So what 2 mirrors are you going to check before you put that signal on?
Yeah.
That one and that one. Mm-hmm. Then I wouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Then do you realise that, and you were there on the second one and the third, and then it was better, wasn't it? It was good. So you're on top of that.
But would you say that actually the learning took place as in like you learnt something to check their mirrors? Yeah. Even though that last one that you needed prompting again.
Yeah, I forgot again.
Okay. So in that situation, how would you, to bring them up, just keep practicing, until they got it themselves?
Well, I have an agreement. You may be at the lights.
Yeah.
Say, okay, we're at the lights. You're going to be taking the next road on the left. Say, just remind me, Howard, what mirrors will you be checking?
Okay, yeah.
For that one, that one. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, good. And are you going to remember that, or do you still need me to remind you? No, I reckon I'll do this one.
Okay.
Then if I forget, that was agreed.
Yeah.
So there you go. How did you forget again?
Yeah.
So okay. So let's take a step back now. I'm going to remind you again.
Yeah.
So we're going to be pulling up on the left.
Yeah.
What do you mean to check? Why?
Yeah.
But it's really important. All right. Yeah.
So would you say that if, in that case, because they hadn't got it completely, and we were going to do an emergency stop, would we change the plan? As in, like, we would practice doing the...
No, because you've got the drive. You can sort that out on the drive there.
Yeah, okay.
Can you?
Right, okay, cool.
And on the drive back.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because we're still going to be driving, so you'll have opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so in terms of your mirror objective, you say out of 10 to make it better.
Yeah.
Prompt there. Yeah. Prompt at the start. Give you a 10.
Okay.
So how did the objective of identification of hazards and my hazard perception go?
Not very well.
Yeah, that was a bit light on content.
There wasn't really much going on, was there?
Not a lot.
But I've tried to bring something in, and really and truthfully, no, you don't click every time. But you know, there could be a car coming down, which made you having to slow down, or if you're already pulled out, then.
So could I just give you? Let's just go around the block and give you an example of things.
Yeah.
This is what I would if I was the instructor.
Okay.
So I'm going to be talking to myself as the instructor driving.
Yeah.
Just in terms of a commentary on hazard perception.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because then you'd have two things to do, that and the mirror to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do two things just to sort of show you.
Yeah. How it's done properly.
So it'll be right. Okay, I'm going to talk to myself.
Yeah.
Now. Howard's. Meet Howard's. Howard the instructor. Talk to Howard the trainee. Gets confusing.
Yeah.
Right, so before we move off, I'd say, because I would have possibly done this in the car park. What are your hazards in the car park? Yeah. Anyway, here we are. So we're on a road, because obviously for the benefit of that recording, you don't know where we are. No. We're parked outside a school. It's a straight road with a junction on the right. A kid just crossed the road, stuff like that. We've been past the warning sign for children crossing. So sort of set the scene. So I'd be, okay, Howard, what we're going to do, we're going to drive to the location to do the emergency stop. And I want you to drive to the best of your ability. So we've got some junctions coming up. You all right dealing with them? Yeah? Yeah, I feel all right. Anything you're not sure of, ask. All that stuff. I'll keep this bit short to repeat it. Yeah. So if there's a situation not dealing with in time, I'll intervene. I might have to tell you to do something, like an order, tell you to do something. So I might verbally intervene, or I might, if time is short or if safety is compromised, then as you know, I've got the dual controls. I could stop the car if I needed to. If I needed to take control of the car by the steering wheel, then I would. But I'd always verbally give you an instruction before doing that. I don't want to undermine you. Okay, great. So that's all that.
Yeah.
But, fast forward that because we spent some time on that. Okay, so now we're going to drive to the location to do this emergency stop. We're going to work on your hazard perception and how to prevent emergency stops. I'm going to use something called OAP. Have we talked about that? No. Well, it's very simple. Not old age pensioners. It's observations, anticipation, plan. So, for example, here we can observe there's a warning sign for children crossing. So what could you anticipate? Well, children could cross the road. Yeah. And what would be the plan? Slow down? Exactly. So we're going to apply OAP. We're going to be making observations. Some observations won't be signs. So let's give you another example. Let's say we observed all the bins are out at the side of the road. What kind of vehicles could we anticipate? Oh yeah, bin lorries. Good. So we can anticipate bin lorries. Mm-hmm. And if we can anticipate it, we can start to plan for it and deal with it. And if we plan in good time, you'll never need to do an emergency stop. Even though we're going to do one today, we're going to go and I'll talk to how we're going to do that. Mm-hmm. So if we can prevent you from ever doing an emergency stop, then you're a good driver. Because you shouldn't be doing. People that do emergency stops haven't planned very well, and they've run out of space and time, and they thought, bugger, cram on the brakes. No, it's all dangerous then. You might get rear-ended, they might run someone over, they could kill someone. Yeah. So we want to be preventing this, and that's what we're going to do on this short drive now. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember from last week, the mirror? Yeah. So we're going to be on that. just do that short because you get the idea. So yeah, so we're gonna. We've agreed that I'll be giving you some prompts on your left mirror. Okay, happy with that. So we've got 2 objectives. Going to work on your anticipation and awareness, and I'm going to help you with that. I want to provide some commentary. Maybe. It's only a short drive. Maybe towards the end of that, I can get you more involved in that. I'll ask you questions, but we'll see how we get with that. Happy. Right. So when you're ready, I'd like to move off. Okay. So I'm not going to repeat folds the POM. So just want to get going so we can do the main event and show you this. Okay. So right. So just while you're preparing to move off. What can you see? What observations can you see ahead? Oh, there's a family walking along, and what's that little white thing running about? Oh yeah, it's a dog. Is that a dog on a lead? Yes. So that's important, isn't it? So that's our observations. Because what if that dog's not on a lead? What could we anticipate? Oh, he could run in the road. Exactly. And one of them little kiddies. Look, notice how the kiddies are being walked near the roadside. Is the mum holding their hand? Could they step out? Really, they want to switch over, don't they? If the mum wants to put the child towards the safe side and away from traffic. So we're keeping up, but they are facing us, so we can make eye contact. Just keep an eye on that situation, so that could be our next hazard. Could be the one where the kid steps out and we have to stop. Yeah. All right. So this is our OAP. So let's do your observations. Good. And so So let's just talk about that again. So we observed the family. Now they're coming onto an oncoming pedestrian, so someone might step in the road. The lady with the hood is going to go grass side, so mirror, and out. Look, and then the pram comes. There you go. Look, priceless. The pram comes into the road, and we've already dealt with it. That's what we're doing. So we don't have to do an emergency stop. So if we get our eyes on main beam, look down the road. We've got a warning triangle for junction left. And look at the blue side, no through road. So we know we're going to have to turn, don't we? Yeah. So, let me turn left. So what 2 mirrors are you going to check before you put that signal on? That one. And who's on the junction? What can we observe? Oh, a bus. Yeah, and can we anticipate he's going to be on our side of the road? Yeah, so we bring in the brakes because he's going to cut that lane. So we know we're on a bus route. So we look at the bus stops and bus signs. Little dog poop in there. So look, dog walkers might be about. So good mirrors, well done. And then as we get into the new road, look, new set of hazards. Got 2 vans, so where there's a van, there's a man. Look under the vans. Can you see anyone walking? What's happening beyond the vans? Traffic light on red. So what could we anticipate that red light doing by the time we get there? Could be great. Yeah. People getting out of their car. Are they going to step out? So let's check our mirrors and let's make sure it's safe before we go round. What's the BMW doing? He's waiting. Okay, you're going to thank him? Yeah. And where are you going to wait here? Up there. No, wait here, stop. Yeah. So we want to leave this junction clear. We want to anticipate that people might want to turn in there. So our plan is to leave that clear. So we observe the junction, we anticipate what might happen next while we're waiting on the red, and we plan to leave it clear. So that's OAP. Man with a dog on a lead, gone round the corner. Look at the road, all the road bollards, all blown over. So is it possible that when we get around the corner, one of them's in the road? Could be, yeah. Warning triangle, what's that mean? Elderly people. So who might be crossing the road here? Oh, elderly people. Yeah, so what do you think we're near? Maybe an old people, wasn't it? Exactly. Bus stop. Are there people waiting? So if there was, we can anticipate the bus is coming around the corner. We've just seen the bus, but there might be another one. You know, they come in threes, and they end of the road, going to go left. So what 2 mirrors are you going to check before you signal? I've just got to come out and roll. Okay. So as we're doing that, I've just realised I've made a mistake today.
Oh really?
I said I'd drive like that, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I didn't do it.
No.
So where everyone can make mistakes.
Yeah, but you actually didn't make it. You drove through well, actually. So.
Yeah, I forgot all that. I'm so busy telling you what you got to do. I forgot what I've got to do. Anyway. back in roll. Actually, no, let's stay at roll.
Yeah.
So you get the idea. I've only done two roads, and I've had to say
good.
quite a
I
lot.
like the way that the commentary goes.
So did you want to take over and
I'll give it a
on
go.
the OAP
Yeah, I'll give it a
of
go.
the hazards, you know?
Okay.
Like, good one, the first one there's a van. Is there a man? It's a delivery, a courier.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen there? It's going to fly off, and
Yeah.
Oh, the mirror's tucked in.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Okay.
Right.
Let me give it a commentary.
Right, so in roll, yeah?
In roll, yeah. Okay. You can. There's a van there. Always when there's a van, there's a man. So if you look underneath the van, can you see any legs?
Nope.
No. Okay, it's a bit of a narrow
Yeah, I'll
bit
wait
here.
here,
So
I
if you
think.
just wait here, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Checking those mirrors. Well done. Okay, you got a car's just gone behind you. That's fine. It's a bit tight here.
Yeah.
You see, there's another car coming.
Oh, yeah.
What could be the hazard there, Howard?
Well, he might have kept coming.
It kept coming, so that would have made it a bit difficult for you. Okay, there's another van there. They're actually inside their vehicle.
Oh, yeah, there's people in it.
Is it safe to go around?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there's a car just pulled out. Look, they're waiting, so that's good.
Yeah.
So we turn left or right? Left.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
so
back in roll.
yeah.
On the move.
So can you see there's two people waiting at the bus stop there, Howard?
In fact, pull me up.
Okay. Pull up
Give
on the
yourself
left-hand
more
side.
time for this one.
Okay.
So this is where you can take control.
Yeah.
You've got a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
We've got an opportunity to stop,
Yeah.
take it.
Okay.
Then you can stop that picture from coming towards
Yeah,
you and just
okay.
grab what you want out of the
Yeah,
picture
yeah.
before we get there.
Okay.
So over to you.
So there's two people waiting at the bus stop, and can you see in your mirrors what's coming up?
Bus.
So
Oh, yeah.
the bus is more than likely going to stop, isn't it?
Not that side, if
No,
they're
that's-
on the wrong side of the road. That'd come the other way, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
the
But
bus?
you see the other bus stop down there.
Yeah, and I see
Possibly
them two
pull up there,
people
so-
waiting. Yeah.
So it could cause when we get to that hazard, then that could cause a problem. We might have to deal with that. Yeah. So you can see the people there, and you've got a car here.
Yeah. What else is on that corner?
There's a post box.
Ah.
Okay, so you see there's a post box. So what could be waiting around that corner? Or what could come around that corner?
Well, maybe the postman,
Postman,
or
yeah.
someone going to post a letter.
So maybe if he might be actually in a bit of a rush because he wants to get round. So we've got to anticipate that there could be a postman coming around that corner, postwoman coming around that
Oh, yeah,
corner.
of course, yeah.
And also you've got a junction there.
Yeah.
And you've got the give way signs there. So when you get too close to it, okay, can we come out wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, no, you do it.
So yeah, it just needs to be shot because to stop the car, you'd have had you might run out of time. So you think, do you know what? Just pull up. Hang on a minute, Howard.
Yeah.
Right, come to stop. Look at the corner. What's oh yeah? People waiting at the bus. So what might come around the corner? Oh yeah, the bus. Also, what's that red thing on? Oh yeah, letterbox. So like you did. That's it, right? So there you go. A couple of hazards. And also, there's some signs there. What are they? Oh, they're warning signs. Yeah, what shape are they? Oh yeah, they give ways. Yeah. So yeah, we've got some road markings there. We've got some signs. Got quite a lot going on. So if you would drive down here really quick, do you think you'd be able to take all that information in? No. I don't know, that's how people do most stuff. They're driving too quick for the conditions.
Yeah.
They're not taking in the hazards.
Mm-hmm.
They arrive there without a plan and stop.
Okay.
And hopefully they just have a near miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a crash.
Yeah.
And we're preventing that today.
Yeah.
So if there's a lot going on, lots of hazards.
Yeah.
Mirrors, ease off, slow down. Let's take it in. Let's not rush to get into to the cliff edge.
So that's a perfect opportunity to just pull them up, just talk about the. Yeah.
So you can do. If you've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
If it's safe.
Yeah.
It's got to be safe.
Good.
So anyway, we're going to go ahead at the crossroads.
Okay.
Then at the ends, left.
Okay. Right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So good for checking your blind spot.
Okay. Remember we spoke about the people waiting there for the bus. So there could be a bus coming around.
Oh, yeah, it'd swing out, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And
That'd
also
come on
you've
my
got
side.
post box there. We're going to go straight ahead at this junction. Okay, what mirrors where are we checking for?
I've got to check left and right and all my mirrors.
Okay, that's good. Safe to go?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, at the end of the road, we're going to be turning left out.
Okay.
So well done. Good checking on those.
I'll check it now.
Yeah, well done.
It's sort of starting to go in now. I'm
Yeah.
starting to get into it.
That's good.
So I'd talk about that. What can we anticipate
Yeah.
her doing? Eye contact. Is she signalling? That'd be,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, okay. That's when you're focused.
Sorry, blue gear.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
That's good. Well done. So we've got a learner ahead of us, so they could be pulling up on the left-hand side at any time, maybe to practice a manoeuvre. So just keep aware of that. You see, there's a bus.
Oh yeah,
ahead.
yeah, bus.
Okay, so they're going to have to pull out because there's a car there. So where would you think a safe place would be to
I'm gonna
stop?
wait behind the silver one.
Okay. Can you see the road properly when you're waiting behind the silver one?
If I wait here, I can. I can
Yes,
see
okay.
enough.
Do you
But I
think-
want to leave enough room for the bus.
Okay. Do you think if you would have stayed back a little bit further, then you might have seen the road open a bit more?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. Safe to go? Check the mirrors.
Oh, there's a car coming.
Okay.
I probably could have gone actually, but I wasn't sure how many parked cars there were. I think I can go
Okay,
after
is it safe
him.
after this one out?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
That's
only
good.
one car.
Well
What's that?
done. Okay, so we're going to be coming up as a school here. Can you see by the markings on the road? Obviously there's no school today, but there could be people still coming out doing lessons on a weekend. Okay, that's good, well done. Where are we going off this side? Right.
Yeah, so it'll come out wrong.
Yeah.
So that's good. So you're being proactive
Yeah.
with me. You're talking up ahead on hazards. And I'm going to go right.
Yeah.
Only purely because look at the time.
Time getting on us way.
It's time. And look, we haven't even done
emergency
emergency
stop.
stop.
You see, there's a hazard there, Howard. There's someone waiting there. They could cross, couldn't they? So just be aware of that. Okay, well done. Good acknowledgement.
So I'm not going to pull up here.
No, it's dangerous. Yeah.
I would have pulled up that little lay-by, but there. I'm just going to stick it here just for a sec.
Okay.
So, we'll come back to the emergency stop
Yeah.
bit, but it was worth. If I on that video, because
Yeah.
they're watching, they're thinking, right, if I miss things, they'll be like, hey, you're not,
Yeah.
damn it,
Yeah,
you're not
cool.
doing that.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So we've achieved that drive to location. We're now driving back, so
Yeah.
it'd be just a building on it, but
Yeah.
the bit in the middle would of course be the emergency stop.
Yeah.
So we will do that next time. We'll just say, right, just give me that briefing, emergency
Yeah.
stop,
Yeah.
so you can go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then once that's done, it'll be like, right, now I'm going to drive back.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to drive back to the location. So, how are you? You alright to deal with the signalling and the mirrors coming off the roundabouts and junctions?
Yeah, no, I'm getting the hang of that.
Yeah.
now,
Okay.
yeah.
So, do you need any prompting at all?
No, I think
You're fine.
I think I'll be all right now.
Right. So,
Yeah.
again, with the drive back, we need to know who's responsible for what. Okay. So, I'm happy for you to drive back. Okay, because you know how to deal with roundabouts and junctions and
Yeah.
traffic lights. Again, if I need to intervene, I will verbally. Okay. Or you know, I've got my dual controls here. I may have to use those. I'm not anticipating I'll do that, but if I do, you know that. And what we'll do is, if I have to, we'll pull over and we'll talk about the reason why I've
All
had
right,
to
yeah.
intervene. Is that okay? Okay.
Fine.
So, just tell me, when we do the POM routine, which way are you going to do it?
left to right.
Okay, and what's the reason? What are you doing?
Because I'm moving out to the right. The dangers from this side.
Perfect. Okay, that's great.
All right. Yeah.
So when it's safe to do so, Harold, if you'd like to move on. Okay.
I didn't need to signal.
You didn't need a signal because would anyone benefited if we'd done something?
No, there was none there.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we've got an understanding of why you should signal, why you don't have to signal. Okay. At the junction, we're going to be turning right. Okay. Sorry, at the end of the road, turn right. I don't even know where we are. Come out of right. Where are we? At the end of the rock.
There's 3 rights.
Yeah. At the end of the road, turn right, please. I need to do some Google Maps.
What about, I went sort of out of roll there, what about the hazard perception? Maybe I could do a commentary for you.
Yeah, could you do a commentary for me for hazard perception? What you might think?
I'll try.
What you might think that could be hazards.
What, do you want me to sort of say what I'm seeing? What hazards?
Yeah, tell me what you think that could be potential hazard. Yeah, okay.
They might run out or do something.
Yeah. Okay, the traffic lights are going to go straight ahead.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
What's happening behind?
Okay, what's happening behind you? What can you see behind?
Oh, motorbike.
Okay, and he's got a learner sticker on it, isn't he? So sometimes you have to be a little bit careful because they're obviously still learning. Okay.
So I'd probably say, what can we, motorbike, young lad on a motorbike,
yeah.
What can we anticipate he's going to do quite soon?
Okay, what do you think, do you think he might try and overtake us, Harold?
Yeah.
Okay, so do we need to be aware of that?
He's not signalling to go left or right.
No, so he's going to go straight ahead, so he could end up coming in on the inside or the outside of you, couldn't he?
Yeah, he might come down the cycle lane up to my right.
Yeah, okay, so just, check that centre mirror, just making sure that you're aware of what he's doing. Yeah, so don't obviously keep looking on him. So we're going to keep in the default lane. Yeah, the left lane. That's right. At the mini roundabout, now I'd like to turn left. Okay. Do you see any potential hazards here?
Pedestrian crossing.
Great, well done.
Oh, there's a lady near it. She's if she stepped on, would have had to have stopped.
Now, the thing is that what I saw is that if they've gone on out of roll, if they are on that pedestrian, you should stop because that's done as one whole one. But if they've actually gone past your side and then they're in the middle, you can actually proceed.
So are you saying if she stepped on, I would stop? Or
yeah, you should stop.
Was there an island in the middle?
Yes.
How many crossings?
2.
So no, I should keep going.
Okay.
So it was a big wide road. She stepped on the other side.
Yeah.
Or she didn't, but if she had,
yeah,
then I can continue through, can't I?
Yeah.
Because she's not. That's 2 crossings.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Zebra crossing. Yeah. It was staggered as well.
Okay.
But even if it's in a straight line,
yeah,
a zebra crossing or
a
refuge,
okay, yeah,
can be treated as 2 crossings because it's to help traffic flow.
Yeah.
They'd probably put that in a city or a busy place like that. So, because a big wide road, there could potentially always be someone. Look how wide the road is.
So the roundabout lanes go straight ahead, please.
So you don't need to be in roll when I'm out of roll, because I know where I'm going.
Right.
So it's just worth talking about that, because if I stop there with the bike behind, we've got a big load of risk, haven't we?
Okay.
Because I could have just anchored it, and then have him in the back. So that would be like to know that would be on it. Yeah. You've got to give good advice. Because if you said stop there, if she nearly did. It was close, wasn't it? She could have done. And if you said stop, I would have just stopped. Yeah. And that bike would have hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've just got to be like really on it. Yes. So that, because when you look at the road, you get a view, don't you? Yeah. And you think, well, what could develop? But called it beautifully with the pram coming into the road.
Yeah.
Because a family was meeting a woman with a hood,
Yes.
and they all split, didn't they? And they can you believe that she stuck the pram in the road?
Yeah, I think she probably tried to exit it, and then it just
So yeah, odd, really, that they did that, especially with a car coming towards them. But because we were reading it, it wasn't a problem.
No.
But you had your typical pupil just thinking, you're just not thinking, whoa, whoa, and then they're like, they overreact, they slam on the brakes or swerve onto an oncoming car.
Yeah.
Then it's like, ugh.
So you're anticipating.
Yeah, you look at the view ahead. And then you've got to anticipate what is the most likely hazard.
Yeah.
Like on the hazard perception videos, there could be many potential hazards, but one's developing. So there could be a junction on the left, the roundabout, a bus stop. But hey, there's a cyclist. Well, guess which one's going to develop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if the junction's empty, the bus stop's empty, and there's a cyclist, you think, well, let's talk about a cyclist.
What's the greatest?
That's the thing. I'm just going
to see that's a hazard, isn't it? People in the road.
Finola.
Do you know her?
Yeah, I like her. She's alright. That's hardcore driving instructors working on a Saturday. There's a reduced number and there's not so many come up on a weekday. There's tons of them.
Is it really? Yeah.
Anyway, right, so I'm going to just stop recording.
Okay.